Good evening, everybody. I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes. Tonight I bring you somewhat of a lot of information going over what's been going on here for the last couple months. Lord, we've been killing it, doing so many things, and I know it's exciting. A lot of people like to see our new sales and our homes and our models, and I like to keep things just pumping and exciting, and so I want to go over a little bit and clear the air. Also, it's a little bit tonight. Listen, it's dark. It's already on. It's 8 p.m. here in East Tennessee on this Friday night. So if you're looking to go through a tiny home and you want to see something decorated, you're not going to get it tonight. All right, so you guys can go watch Netflix or do something else. I'm going to share a little bit, probably personal things about me, what's going on in the company, where we're going, kind of reminiscing a little bit where we're going back. I know when it always comes towards the end of the year, I always start thinking about where we came from. And I had a friend tonight, he was talking to on the phone and wanted to know about, hey, where are you going? Where are we going in the future? And I had a couple minutes. Things have changed here a little bit in the company, just a little bit, and it's caused me to do some, I don't know, having time to think, having a little bit, not actual time, but just demographics, I don't know if even that's the right word, just a space to in my head to reflect and to think and what we're doing. You guys don't know me if you've never met me, and you try to get to know me through these videos, and I appreciate so many people that come up here and visit or get their home, pick up their Incrediboxes, which is a bit of what I want to touch on tonight, and how grateful we are that that's been a success so far in our company. But when they come up here, they say they know me, and I love that, because I try to share as much as I can about who I am as a person and then how I'm running this company. And so it's really, I try to do my best to let you know who I am. And of course, you guys know you don't really know anybody until you really get to sit down with them. You get to just spend quality time physically near them, and you get to see them react under different situations, under stressful situations, under things that really bears who they really are, people. So I don't get a chance to show you all that. I fail a lot. You guys are like, oh my God, look at him, he can't handle this, or he does that. And we all do have shortcomings. But just wanted to bring this video tonight, go over some things, and some of the people that I've talked to over the Fresno show and people that come here and pick up homes. It's been neat, because people said, hey, I like watching your videos. I just want to get to know your company more, get to know you guys more. And so that's why I'm doing this tonight. So if you want to bear with me and you want to hear a few things about what's going on with me and the company and what's happening to our shows and our homes and the deals and the things that we're doing, stay tuned, and let's go for a little bit of a ride. Not too long. We'll talk a little bit, and I hope you enjoy this. Today was, like I said, it's been a Friday. And just to tell you what I did today, I went over and toured 4 homes today on a video. So we actually went through 4 of our customers that live within our community here. Right now we've got about 160 lots. I don't know how many people live here. It's got to be about 135, 140 people that actually live here. And so 4 of them, I just got a hold of, I think 5 or 6, and 4 said, yeah, come on. And it was awesome, because they were really relaxed. And so I did tours of their house, their exterior, interior, hear about their life, how they got here, how they're living in a tiny home. I'm going to feature those starting Thanksgiving. It's going to be Thanksgiving, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to put a video for each night, each day and evening. So when you guys are off work, you're eating turkey, you're relaxing with your families, hanging out, stuff, you can go on and you're going to be able to see 4 home tours. They're not really long. They're about 30, 35 minutes each. And I was just amazed. I was taken back by how people live here in this community. And I was also so proud that our company built those homes. I don't know if you've ever done anything where you create something so intimate that people sleep in, eat in, live in, and then you're able to see that happen. You're able to watch that happen. You're able to see the people, if you can hear me here, you can actually witness that they're enjoying and using something you created. It's an honor for me. I know that might sound cheesy and it might sound like a sales pitch or whatever. I don't care. I'm getting at the age now. I don't really care how it sounds. It's just how I am. And it was a privilege to be able to see those folks and to witness that. That's coming up next week. I'm excited about you guys getting able to see that. I want to be doing some more home tours if I can, if people will volunteer and let me come inside their beautiful private homes. I don't want it cleaned up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I like getting in there and seeing how people live. seeing where you put your clothes, where do you put your socks, how do you put your pots and pans up, where do you put your food, your seasonings, and where do you put your dirty rags that you clean up your countertops with, you know? How do you stack stuff, and how do you live tiny after being it? You know, I know that living tiny is insane. I mean, who wants to live in 128 square feet, right? You're thinking, good God. You know, people are normally used to living into 1,500 square feet and up. I was raised in a 900 square foot home, and that was typical back then, and then homes got bigger and bigger and bigger. I built, me personally, just for my wife and I, when I was 29, I built a 3,000 square foot home just for the two of us, you know, plus a basement on top of that. And it was the trend. And look, now I'm living in 128 square feet by myself, but if I had somebody with me, I'm probably sure we could make it work, or just a little bit bigger, under 200 square feet for sure, right? So things have changed. I'm glad I'm on the forefront of this, and, you know, I'm probably not on the forefront. You know, Jay Schaefer, I guess, came up with it. I didn't even know who he was, nothing. I didn't start this till about 2014. Started my first one, built a Hobbit. 2015, built one on wheels. And it was in Amanda's backyard, and it was an American Freedom style home, and it was awesome, and it worked out great. Been a lot of bumps and bruises, and Lord, getting to this point has been, don't know if I'd do it again. I don't know if I would take that same road. It hurt too much, and but it's here now, right? You don't look back. Let's get rolling and let's get cranking. Thankful I'm still alive, and the people around me that I love are still here and alive too. So it's been a ride. So I wanted to point out a little bit before I get into the deals and specials. I don't know if we all forgot, but when I bought this 34 acres from the city of Newport, Tennessee, it was $186,000. They let me give them 20 grand down, which is all I had at the time, and been in business for probably 4 years. And they let me make payments of $3,000 a month, and I got 34 acres, and on that 34 acres, I could care less about all the land. All I wanted was the 200,000 square feet of concrete. That's what I wanted the most, is because I could build a facility to build tiny homes. And that's what I wanted to do first. And that's the first thing. This is a picture, if you guys can see that. This is a picture of me up on a forklift. Now, if you see the forklift, it's a pole ratchet strapped to the platform of the forklift. And then I built like a ladder going up to the top, and I built this outrigger on the top to be able to lift those trusses. My son and I, Bryce, built the first 100 feet of this building while the guys were over at the other factory, and they were, get in there a little bit better, and they were building the tiny homes that were on order. We didn't have many to build and didn't have a lot of guys, maybe 15 guys, but it was a lot. It was a big expense, and all I knew to do is I had to get a building built ASAP. Then we had to move everything over here, but it all started, and that truss, those trusses are hand built. They're built out of scrap lumber. We collected lumber for probably about a year, knowing that we were going to move somewhere, do something, and I came up with that design. So I was like, that's where we came from. All right, so we moved here, concrete, that was it. We built an arch. Then I started looking, I said, everything that I've probably done here has been because of finances. What is the most inexpensive or least expensive home or building to build? What structure can you do? Well, to have uprights, you got to have poles, and you got to have walls and sheeting. Then you got to have trusses, and a truss 60 foot long is too big for me to engineer. The lumber is just immense, and I did an arch. And I'd been following this Adobe style home for years before I even got into tiny homes. And I know that the arch, I looked into it, there was a massive, strong structure, a cone shaped, or a half circle, is like an egg. You grab an egg, you can't squeeze it, you can't break it. So I built an arch, and I thought, hey, there's no walls, there's no roof, it's just whoop, just like Quonset hut, right? So we did it, and it was inexpensive. We got it up, and we got the homes in here, and now the building's 300 foot long. And after we've been here 4 years now, just exactly 4 years. We got in here about November, about this time, moved in, and was rolling. So in 4 years, now it's 300 foot long. We added the building next door, it's 260 foot long, but 60 foot wide. And then we've got, right now, we've got 160 home sites, and we got 72 hopefully going to be in by the end of the year. We got 160 acres across the street with about 80 home sites, all in 4 years. Now, I wish it was already done. I wish the mountains across the street was done and people lived in it. And so we're a little behind on that. A lot of things happening. Thank you for people that being patient with us, but it's working. The Incredibox is something that's been able to help us stay afloat. I love the Incredibox because we can do 3 to 5 a day, and it's blessing people's lives the way it's blessing us. It is a win-win-win. It is a win for the customer, for us. Man, it is just like boom, and a win for the guys building these things. So I can't thank you enough for believing in what we're doing. Everything that I've done is because of economics, is because of need, is because of our need, because of your need, and how we can create something to resolve a problem. My problem, your problem, and what we can't do. What can we do to make this work? Building these communities, I got $6,000. Think about it, I got $6,000 for a lot. And that was a deposit, and I pay you back for 2 years free rent. Didn't cost you nothing. And then when you're here, you're $200 a month. I toured these people's houses today, and they have the most gorgeous homes, the beautiful lot, even though the lot's got people right next door to them in a 50 by 60 lot in the forest, and they absolutely love it. They got privacy, and they got a beautiful place to live, and they can live on a budget. And you know, they're happy and they're content. And it was just so refreshing to have people that appreciate what we've done here. And not just appreciate, but they want to participate, and they want to believe in what we're doing. And they trust that my heart was in the right place. Because I'm not perfect. And I'm going to do things and maybe disappoint. Maybe not think of the right thing. Maybe I'll just forget something and not, whatever, and disappoint somebody. But I think when you really truly love somebody and you respect them, you forgive them and you love them, right? And that, believe it or not, I carry that into business. I carry that into every part of my life. And I have probably, I don't know if everybody keeps score. I don't really keep score, but I realize that throughout my life, I realize that I've made mistakes, a ton, right? Like every day, I'm like, wow. And I'm not talking about mistakes that send me to jail or all that stuff. I'm talking about just mistakes, just plain old day-to-day mistakes. And it made me realize that we're just real, we're human. And I'm like, why would I get mad at people making a mistake when I make them? It's a part of being a human being. And then when I thought about being so uptight about people making mistakes, what is that going to get me? But high blood pressure, and aggravation, my stomach messed up. So I started looking in the mirror, and I know, I said, man, I'm the first one to get in line. I make more mistakes than probably most everybody living on this earth every day. I look at this building. This one I'm sitting in right now is built out of scrap lumber. All this, the offices are scrap lumber. The concrete that we bought, there was an old factory here. It's got blasted holes and cracks all over it. I feel like it's been a mistake because I just throw things together. When you get a hard rain, it leaks in here. Yeah, because of the round Quonset roof and tying this in. And we didn't build the roof right. It didn't get enough pitch on it. I tried to get more volume, so we get this stuff in. There's just mistakes everywhere. And I think that's pretty much what it was. What was it? I remember I built the house in Gatlinburg for a guy. And this is bearing my soul here. Let me tell you something. I built the house in Gatlinburg. This is going to tell you about a mistake. And I built the house, and I got it framed in. I got it wired, I got it plumbed, I had excavating, and it was a hard house to build. Even though it was a residential, kind of a basement rancher, but it had a tri-level, split-level roof on it. So I took the trusses to a company that built all my trusses for homes that I built. Now I'm a hands-on carpenter. I'm not a guy that's ordering, sitting in my truck, and I'm listening to the radio, right? And I'm watching guys work. I'm physically building this home. So it's not like I had a big crew. It was me and one other guy built this whole house. And it come time to set the trusses, and he said, you realize that if you're off a 1/4 of an inch, that's going to throw this whole thing up. I said, how can it be? You're setting trusses. It's at a 1/4 inch. So what I did is I went in and I put a laser on the top plate of this whole entire house. And it was like 45 feet long, 26 feet wide, and it was in a gully like this, and I had to cut trees, had to put fill, had to cut. It was just a nightmare, but I loved it. It was exciting. It was a challenge. The homeowners just lived down the street. This is Gatlinburg. I'm not familiar with Gatlinburg. I was a licensed contractor. I get in and I put a laser on the top plate. And every house over 45 feet long is going to have a little bit of differentiation between one end and the other. Even if it's a 1/2 inch to 3/4, You're never going to see it over that whole length of that house in framing. Some of your lumber can be off that much. I had to have it dead nuts. So I went in there and I shimmed that top plate. And I went from probably 3/4 of an inch to nothing over 45 lineal feet. And I had to go around the whole perimeter and shoot it. Boom. So I set all my trusses, set it up, and I couldn't believe it hit right on dead money. All the trusses were fine. I took the design of the homeowners, and the homeowner had an uncle that was an architect. And we built the house from outside in because they had a certain split level staircase that went back and forth, and you had to go up in there. The rooms had to be a certain size. Bedrooms on this side and the hallway, living room, kitchen on this side, leave the hallway to the up and down split level in the middle. Ended up being the staircase was only 32 instead of 36, which was code. But it was what the architect had, and I dare not ask a question to the homeowner because they were just a little bit, you don't build the house, Randy. I built it. So the homeowner comes in about 2 weeks later and sees the trusses in. I got the roof on. It's all great to go. Everything's set. I'm ready to sheetrock. I've only taken out enough money to pay my friend. They haven't paid me anything, and I got about $30,000 left. After all my subs are done, after everybody, I'm going to make that kind of money. Built it in record time, just the two of us. Two guys built this whole thing. Homeowner comes in there. I was out to lunch. I just had about $15,000 worth of material dropped off. Homeowner calls me. I go to their office. He said, I want you to be removed from our property immediately. I said, why? And they said, the house looks like, I said, what are you talking about? I don't understand. I just delivered $15,000 worth of materials in your job. The trusses are set, the shingle is dried in, it's ready to go. We're ready to insulate and sheetrock. I want you off my house, that's all they said. And if you go back, we'll have you arrested. So I only paid my buddy $5,000. I never drawed a dime for myself because I was wanting to get it all towards the end. I was young, and I wanted to get all my money at the end because I was out of debt. I built my own home. I had no truck payment. I was ready to go. I just went back and got my tools, and that was it. I couldn't do anything else. And I had all the material sitting there. She said, and then she followed me, the homeowner. She said, get your stuff and go. And she said, I dare you take me to court. Well, their family was deep-rooted in that little bitty town of Gatlinburg, which everybody comes down here now. It's got 14 million people coming and seeing it. Well, I grabbed my stuff and went. And I paid that $15,000 worth of materials with my own money. And it wasn't from that job because the $5,000 I'd got up front was given to my friend to help me build it. I didn't get a dime for the labor. I had to pay for the materials out of my pocket and had to go to another job to pay those bills. I had a friend at that time was an attorney of mine. And he said, let's take him to court. I said, sir, I can't take that family to court. Her uncle's a judge. Her other uncle's the architect. Her husband's a fireman. She works for the richest guy in town. I said, I'll never win. I said, I'm just calling this one, it's a loss. And I didn't have any money. I had to get a loan, I had to make payments on that. The materials that I had dropped off. And I was more, get this, and this is why the moral of the story, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I wasn't mad at that person. I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad that I had to do any, pay the payments or any of that. I was disappointed in me. I made a mistake. And these are the mistakes I'm talking about. I made a mistake by not getting maybe a better contract. I made a mistake by not getting more money up front. I made a mistake of shimming that top plate, right, that I thought had to be done perfect because when they seen that shim, they thought the whole house was not built correctly. I was more let down about me and not them, because everything that happens, I think I could have prevented it if I'd done a better job, or if I could have done a little bit, I could have been smarter, or I remembered things, or I could have done something. And it was a learning thing. And I look at life as always a learning process. I have messed up like that in other things in life and stuff you just wouldn't believe, in marriages and from raising kids, friends disappointing. You just do it. You say things you don't mean, not even out of anger. You just say them because you just don't think about stuff. And so when people say stuff to me or they do stuff to me, I always try to look at their life and I'm thinking, why are they acting that way? They're carrying some heavy stuff around if they got to lose their temper on me, or if they're going to be disappointed in me. I love working things out. I want to be, and you know, there might be some people here, I don't even know who you are. I'm not talking about anybody. You might be thinking that is, but I'm just revealing who I am. And I want you guys to know I run this company like that. And this might be a video you guys just bloop, turn off and go, and that's fine. This is something I've got to share. And I used to do a little bit more of this when I first started. I used to do live shows. And I felt to build a company, I wanted people to know who I was as a person. And I wanted them to know where I go and how I do things and why I do things. I'm getting up in my years, okay, and as we all are. And I told the guys the other day, I said, you know what I got? I don't know if it was on video or not, but I said, I got Ace here. Ace might live maybe 10 years, right? I might have one more dog life in me, all right? Think about that. I got Ace and I got one more dog life in me. And I talked to a lady today and she said, I don't have a dog life in me, so this is going to be the last one. And I was like, you know, believe it or not, it's okay. It's okay. I had a dear friend of mine come today. I had a friend of mine, and Wayne, you're watching, and I want to tell you, he came to me, and you know what he did? He drove over an hour to me. He said, you okay? He said, I'll come check on you. That was just awesome. He come to check on me. And I appreciated him doing that. And he's just been a dear friend, like a brother to me. And I feel privileged to have a friend like that. You guys have a friend like that, we'll drive an hour just to see how you're doing. I mean, that you can take on the world when you got stuff like that around you, don't you? So, you know, I got a boy who's having some hard times, and he's trying to figure things out, and need your prayers for him, and I think he's going to be fine. He needs to forgive himself. He needs to love himself like I need to love myself for all the mistakes I've made and going to make. And it's just the way it is. I've learned a little bit along this road that how to handle those things mentally and physically, and I'm pretty good now. I'm good with myself, and I'm good with what do you call it? I'm good in my own skin. Finally in life. Sorry it took this long, but I am. So, I don't know how I get off on that stuff. I like sharing a little bit about who I am because I like to build this company on who we are. I like to build this company on those men out there working. I'm at the point where I need those men to build this company. I can't physically do what we need to have done. So those men that mean everything to me in this company. The Amish building. We're building a relationship. Relationships come with responsibility. Relationships come with forgiveness. Relationships come with love, and relationships come with dedication, and you stand with them. If you ever get into a situation with me and we build that relationship where it gets that level, not all just because you work here, just because you're in a type of relationship doesn't mean that commitment is there yet. It has to get to a point where we know we're brothers or sisters, right? Then that's when you're just like, I'm in. And I'm in here for the end, till the end, where we can bond together and help each other. And that's what's happening with this whole business. Not everybody in this business is at that point yet. They're still trying to find their feet. We're trying to get this thing worked out. And if it works out, great. And if it don't, that's great too. Life has got so many things ahead for everybody. Just because it didn't work out here or there or somewhere else, there's something else waiting for everybody somewhere else. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end. If it doesn't work out here for me, I got something else waiting. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know. I love not knowing what tomorrow is. I love not knowing what tomorrow brings, the fortune or misfortune or whatever. I don't want to know. I love the excitement of just, whoa, what happened today, right? It was just cool. Who would ever thought that would have happened today? So if I go on vacation, if I ever haven't been in a while, if I ever do, I don't look up what's going to be there. I don't want to know what it looks like. I don't want to know the weather. I don't want to know anything. I may want to know where I got to stay, and that's it. When I get there, I want to learn everything, see everything. I want to smell it and taste it and rub it all over me, and I want to make it a new experience. And that's how I live my daily life. That's how I try to live everything here, and because I like feeling a new experience, you know. So anyway, that's what the company's built on. And it's built on my mistakes that I've made over the years about building, physically building, mentally building, the contracts you use, the conversations you use with people. And I think my patience and endurance comes from just from, childhood, growing up, long story about stuff. I look back now and I can see where some of this comes from. I can see my parents. I can see my lineage behind me that's made me, the things that I've done. And that's for another tale. Sometimes I like to tell that because I think I see a lot of people don't bare their soul. A lot of people don't say what they really are, and they want to brag about their life. I remember when people used to send those cards out for Christmas, and they said, "Oh, I went to, the Bahamas, and my child's got an A+, and her hair is just gorgeously thick now, and she can run a 100-yard dash faster than everybody in the class, and my husband just got a promotion, and I just lost 30 pounds, and I can fit into my high school bikini," and it just goes on, and I'm like, oh, and I'm reading this thing, and I'm like, whoa, everything you're doing, I did just the opposite. Gained weight, lost this, more money, car blew up, terrible life, oh my God. And you're reading about somebody who's just like, oh. And I think that's what people get out of it. And I'm not even on Facebook. I got an account, but I don't ever get on it. And you get on here and it's like, oh my God, look at their life. Mine sucks compared to them, Well, I'm going to tell you what, mine sucks. My life can suck and my life can get better. I fight. This is a war zone every day in here. There's days I want to walk out that door and never want to come back. There's days that I love it being here, but all in all, I do enjoy being here. I love building this company and the guys that are here. But I'd like sharing that, it is not perfect. It's not easy. It's not, man. Life ain't easy. And it's just, I like being able to tell some of the stories that I've been through, that I've made big mistakes and had problems that I persevered and went through. And I hope that it encourages somebody. I don't know if that's just my religious background. I grew up in a Baptist church. I don't go to church anymore. I know, and I never talk about church. I never talk about religion or politics. I don't want to go there. But I do have a profound faith. I'm not going to even share what that is. But it has created a peace and a love that I have for mankind and myself and people around me, more so than it's ever been in my entire existence on this earth. And when you finally find out that you are worth something, your life will turn around and everybody is worth something. All right? So I'm done. I'm done preaching. I ain't doing any more. But I want to share about the Christmas special. All right? So right here is the Christmas special. I wrote this on this board, and I got these darn puck lights in the ceiling, and they reflect on this whiteboard. So I'm going to read them to you. The Christmas special is half off a mini split, right? A lithium battery, and a bay window. Half off. So our bay window's $2,500, mini split's $2,700, and our lithium battery, I think, is what, $1,800? So for $900, we pay more than $900 for a lithium battery. Get it now if you want one. If you're thinking about an off-grid and you were thinking, hey, you got to go with that extra battery, hey, I tell you what, you can't go wrong with any of that. Let's put it this way, if you bought all three of those and put them in a house, you could turn around and sell that house. I bet bare minimum sell it for $5,000 and make $5,000 just like this. Do that 4 or 5 times in a year, you're going to buy a credit box for cash money. Yeah. I would be proud if you was able to build a house and flip it and keep buying houses like that. Keeps us going, keeps you going, and gives a deal to the people you're selling them to, right? If you painted it, if you put some amenities inside, built a loft in it yourself, put a little wood trim in it, little loving stuff, who knows what you could get depending on in the part of the country you're in and the need they're at, right? Christmas special up till December 31st, half off those 3 items. The other one is, you got to remember that for every 100 homes we sell, we give one away. Last week, we drew a name out and we gave a house away, an 8x16. That's the houses we give away, an 8x16. We give it away to one of the 100 people that buy a house. For every 100 home sales, we give one away. Amazing. So when you buy one, your name goes in a hat and we pull it out and boom, you have the ability to win a free house. All right, remember we have postcards that need to come in for our New Year's draw. I'm going to do it New Year's Eve. That's what we're going to do. We blow up a Christmas tree here, and I haven't invited the world, but if you guys want to come, I don't know where you're going to park. I don't know where you're going to stand. We don't have no parking. We have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to put you. But if you want to come and watch the tree blow up, I'm going to put it in the island. I'm going to blow it up, all right? But if you want to come to that, that's great, but we need a postcard. We have 100,000 people. About 6 years ago, we started a YouTube channel, and I said, I want 100,000 people, right? Took 6 years to get there. I can't believe it. And we got there. And I said I would give a house away that very day at 6 years ago. And we're at the point we're going to give one away, all right? And that is beautiful. You guys have seen it. It's the Tiny Birmingham. And we have not spared any expense. It's got imitation slate roof on it. It's got a mini split in it. It's got LP siding. It's painted on the inside with polyurethane trim and ceilings. It's got the cupola like the Birmingham. It's got like the Freedom style. It's got a double dormer on it. Oh my God, it is packed. We were talking the other day. The guys were talking. That house is probably worth retail 70 grand. Yeah. All right. Remember, we got homes that are 20,000, 25,000. We got a model line and a Woody line. And the Woody line I have not exposed yet. That is our median home that's going to start in March of 2023. It's going to be between $55,000 to $60,000. All wood, off the line. We're going to build an assembly line. We're going to attempt to build, I don't want to say we are, but we're going to attempt to build an assembly line for the wood home out here and try to be more efficient and keep these costs down for you guys. Excuse me. And cut down on the labor of it. What else we got? Excuse me. All right, December 3rd and 4th, we're going to Scottsdale, Arizona. You guys can come and see us. We're going to bring some, if you guys hang on, I don't want to stop this. I got to get me something to drink. I got some tea in here I'm going to get. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, here it is, right here. I fixed some tea earlier, and now it's a little cool. It's not as hot as it was. You think I'm getting you something to eat, don't you, buddy? Ah, good. Here we go. Got it. Well, we'll be in Scottsdale, Arizona, the 3rd and the 4th of December. I'll be staying a day extra. After that Monday, I'll be there running around a little bit. I got a few things I'm going to do in the area. But come and see us. If you're in the Phoenix area, please, I'd love to meet you. If you're within a 20-hour ride around that Phoenix, please come and see us. It's going to be fun. Tons of tiny homes. I'm excited about meeting other builders, other school bus people, living in them, all that stuff. I'm excited about meeting people in the industry. So if you guys want to come and meet us and come see us. We're also going to put up a schedule of places we're going. Will and Becky are on our sales staff. God, they're awesome. They have put together some suggested RV places we'll be going to. It's getting bigger. We talked about today, I think there's one in San Diego we got to go to in March. There's another one in Florida besides the one we're going to. So anyway, there's been a couple more today. Tim. So we got 4 salespeople. We got Will and Becky. They're an awesome team. You guys have known them. They took care of the Grove for us. We put a great product out. I priced it right, got it right, and they kept everything organized and got it done. Then you got Tim. Tim Lowe he's a former business owner, restaurant owner, sharp, intelligent, super motivated. He's out here helping us in our sales staff. And it's not just sales. They're looking into other things and being really, really inventive. Then you got Tyler. Tyler's just a young, good-looking guy, 25 years old, been a car salesman. He knows how to treat people. He loves tiny homes. He loves being here. I can't believe the team that we have, and I'm so proud of all 4 of them people working here at Incredible Tiny Homes. So those folks are going to help us get to these shows. You might be meeting them. They'll be going. I'm going to take Tyler and Tim to Phoenix. I don't think Will and Becky had time to go there, but that's fine. We got 15, 20 more shows. I hope they can share the load. We can share the load. Everybody's going to be kind of flying and helping us out. I've never done this in the history of our company, but I feel like because of the Credit Box, we've got to sell 600 to 800 homes a year. We got to do a little bit of marketing. We got to get the name out there. We got to push it. And if you guys want to help us, please do. Another thing is, guys, if you want to sell one of our homes, you get a $500 finder's fee, or it's a real estate fee, right? You're gonna make $500 per every home you sell. That's the Incredibox home. So you can go on our line. You can say, hey, I want to register as a Incredibox ITH employee. or employment. You're not an employee, you're being an employee, you'd be self-contracted, and you do an application, do a contract. My brother's in charge of that, Sam. He will give you a 4-digit number. You'll be able to go out and you'll be able to sell an Incredibox. I just got a text tonight from a guy, and I won't really reveal his name, but he's from Minnesota. He said, hey, when you come to Minnesota, I want to come there and help out and meet you guys and help sell homes. Perfect. That's what I want. I want to meet all of our salespeople. If you're in Phoenix area or around that area, come on. If you can sell homes right there, hey, at the show, we're going to give $500 off to anybody that buys a house, right? And the person, if that salesperson is there, they get a $500 fee too. So we're trying to spread this all out. And it's like, when I was out there in Fresno, it's like, nobody's doing this. Nobody's spreading the good news of finances. Money, right? Money. You as customers, great price. Nobody in the country selling for this cost. Nobody. Hands down, not doing it. Not even our models will not compare to any competitor in the country. Done, hands down. We are way too cheap. I mean it. And our Woody line coming out, killing it. Incredibox, nobody's got them. So, I don't want to say, everybody else is going to have to quit building. We got it going. We got it going on. No, I'm just teasing. But it's true. So, come out and see us. If you want a home, we can build it. So it's exciting to think that we've got that type of product to put out where you win as a customer. We got salespeople across the country. I'm so proud of that fact. We almost got 300 people from coast to coast that have got a 4-digit number that is going to sell our homes. And they make money doing it. They're making money off the least expensive home in the country from a manufacturer, and they're making money. You're getting a deal that you could buy it and resell it and make money if you wanted to, but you need a place to live. You get a good deal. You feel good about what you've done. We make money as a company. I mean, win, win, win. Done. There you got it. So, is it happening? Very slowly. And that's why we're going to these shows to get the word out. It's getting there. You know, we're making money and we're staying above board and we're seeing progress, and it's exciting to think. Like the beginning of this show, I started in Amanda's backyard, from one house until now, and so I am massively grateful. How you get here? Hard work, dedication, staying with it. Being a little bit attached in the head, you don't give up. Biggest thing is, there's 2 big things. That I had people behind me that cared about me and loved me. One was Amanda and Tom and Joseph and the guys like that stayed there. And the other one was just pure grace. And I said this before in the show, but grace, if you don't know what grace is, I learned grace is unmerited favor. It is that you have gotten favor that you did not deserve. And that was how I got here, is unmerited favor. And that means I didn't get killed in a car accident. I didn't get maimed or paralyzed between now and then, 7 years of this. Thank God I didn't get any kind of disease or any kind of debilitation or anything. Was there bumps and bruises and some bad stuff? Yeah, some heavy stuff has happened. I'm still standing, I'm still smiling, and we're still making it. So, I wanted to thank you guys for tuning in, watching this show for me. I'm bearing a little bit of my soul here. You know, there are personal things that happen in everybody's lives. This isn't the place to share them. You know, I like to share just enough so you guys know who I am. The other things that happen that are more intimate, that's just for me and the people around in my life that I love and care about, and that's what that's for. And you guys totally understand that. So, I will always come here as trying to be as respectful and a gentleman as I can to bear the honesty that I can bring that will not affect my privacy or anybody else's privacy, right? So anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in. Remember these specials, remember the homes we build. I know I didn't show any homes tonight, walk through them. I'm very self-conscious of that. I know you guys want to see tiny homes. I know you want to see how they're built, and I love showing you how they build these homes. I love showing you how they're done. You know, I love when Amanda decorates them and she puts all that stuff. I'm so proud of them when they look like that. You know, it's just so cool what they, what they come out. And it was like, wow, can you believe this? And it's exciting. It's just been hard for us because we're so darn busy. We don't have time to go decorate a home and video it and edit it and put it out and all. We don't have time. I'm building homes, or we're making deals, I'm designing, and we're thinking about the assembly line and more homes, and it's just amazing what's going on here. All right. I wish I had time to do that marketing, and you go to Tiny House Giant Journey, Jenna. She's got the time to go out and film these homes. I wish I had it, and I'm going to end with this. I can't thank her enough, and some of the other YouTubers that have actually taken on our story and has shared it. And I just can't thank you. I think was William, and I'm so sorry, and I'm going to try to promote her channel too. I think it was Irina is what her name was. She did 2 videos on us. She's look up maybe on YouTube a realtor out of Oregon, Irina, and she had done 2 videos on us. Amazing. It was just so positive, and I can't thank her enough. Oh, you got Carrie Tarnow. He did a couple videos on us. I can't thank him enough. And we all share that. They share, they get some good hits. We share it, we get good hits. We're all trying to help each other. But they wouldn't share something they didn't really care about, or they thought it was exciting too, So I can't thank them enough. And then now we got Tiny House Giant Journey, Jenna coming back. She did Martha's 40-foot container. I think it's got over 1 million views. It's crazy. And so she's coming back to do that big 10 by 40 that we just put up on the mountain, tore half of it off getting it up there. And then we got, I think she's going to do the Incredibox and 2 more homes here. So we've got some really, I thanked her today for taking an interest in what we're doing, So, all right, a lot of cool, exciting things. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe. I'm going to try to bring you some just good content, some stuff that maybe you might want to listen to, watch. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to hold back the negative, and I'm going to hold back stuff you just don't need to hear, stuff that this happens, well, they call it just crap in life that just don't need to give any voice to. But I'm going to bring you some fun stuff and interesting and educational. And believe me, inside with me, every time I turn this on, I have a responsibility to be fair to everyone, to watch what I say, and to be able to be, and that's just who I am. I'm not trying to be politically correct. This is just who I am, all right? But I know that people watching this, I want to encourage, even if you're not buying a house, you can watch this to hopefully it'll inspire you just to want to do a better peanut butter jam sandwich. It might inspire you to just want to sit up straight in your chair and try to live a little bit better till we all hit the road out of here, Anyway, we're all in this together on this little old bitty ball floating in space. And we're all trying to get to the end. All right? If your day's been a pain in the rear, there's always tomorrow. Give tomorrow a chance. All right? Don't give up until you see the sun come up tomorrow morning. Even if it's a cloudy day tomorrow morning, that daylight's going to shine. Just give it one more chance. All right? I say that from experience. And it still happens in my life. And I say that to myself. Just give me one more day. I'm going to give it one more day. All right? So, all right. I know it sounds cheesy. Probably sounds like a bunch of words. And I don't know why I say stuff like this. It's just who I am wired. So, anyway, have a great night. I'm going to post this. Got to have some help me post it. I haven't got all the schematics and how to do this, but I'm going to learn more about how to do these videos. And again, you guys, I keep saying the last word. It's like was it Andrew would always say, oh, long goodbyes. Yeah, you guys, please reach out to Amanda, and we miss her here. And however that spins, I just want, I love her, and we all do, and I know you guys miss her, but things happen. Things have to do where they have to go, and we'll keep you posted on how that works. But you know what? Life has to have its ways, and so anyway, just want to let you know that I know you guys miss her, and you love hearing her voice and her sound and her laugh, and I do too, and her energy. So, but I just want to tell you that, I think the world of her, and I think the world of her enough that she needs to be able to have this time to figure out what's next. Okay? Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great time. Have a great night. Great weekend. And Thanksgiving is next week, and I'll have a video every single day of a house tour. So stay tuned. Subscribe to this. You will not want to miss 4 house tours next week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, I got to reach over and cut this red button and say goodnight. You want to say goodnight, buddy? Look at Ace. Look at Ace.
Look at you. You ready to go to bed, ain't you, buddy?
You see camera? Yeah. Bye, everybody.